Yo, what's going on, people? Grow Digi here, back again with another video. Today, going to be doing a weekly market review, as always, on a Wednesday. Before we get started, disclaimers and all of that. Everything you see on the videos is for educational purposes only, not to be considered as financial advice. Sorry about that, I can't get my words out. Yeah, not to be considered as financial advice. So now we've got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. We always kick off with the Don, Mr. BTC. So let's have a look, see what's going down. I'm going to start off on a weekly zoom in. So last week, just for reference, we talked about price breaching this order block here, going to be reaching up into this one. We talked about the levels of 9,750, and then we took a fib from the high to the low of this range, marked out that 50% level, and we mentioned price would be reaching between 9,750 and 10,150, and we wanted to see how price would react from those levels. So as we can see, price has nicely kind of paced through. We've held this level as well. So now, kind of just following back to what we talked about previously, we're now going to be looking at for runs of these stops above all these candles here that have not been run on this leg down for the last 6 to 9 months. So zooming into a daily chart, what does that actually mean? Let's have a look in a bit more detail. Zoom out. So as you can see, it's gone too much. There we go, that's a bit better. Right, as you can see, price reached up, broke through this level with what we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, basically a week's worth of up movement. Price reacted here initially, then we broke through, found a little bit of support, and then we found a little bit of a sell-off up until this range. It's understandable, people taking their profits. And now kind of found support again, now really looking to retest and take these stops. So people keep asking this question about, well, how are these stops important? So I'm going to give you an example. This stop sat here, 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 and here. How do I know that? You just know after a while, you know where people place their stops. It's just logical in the market. So what's going to happen? So what is price right now? Price hit a high of 10.43. High here is 10.540. So I guarantee there will be a pool of stops here. They're just going to try and push it up, run them, and we'll see how it goes once they do. Now coming back to what's going to happen here. So let's say why would the guy put his stop above here? 2 reasons why. There's going to be one. There's going to be a breakout buyer. He's basically going to say to himself, yes, when price breaches this particular level, I want to put a limit order to buy on that level. So you know already there's a buy order there. And on the converse side, the guy who's been short all this time, maybe he got short here, I don't know what he did, but basically he's going to see this as a safety level. He's going to see these, highs, previous highs as safety levels. So what he's going to do, he's going to put his stop order there. Now when you are short, your order is to buy back your coins. So whether that's buying them back at a lower price you sold them at, or buying them back at a higher price than what you sold them at originally. So if the guy is a shorter and he's got his stop's going to be a buy order and it's going to be above these levels. So what's going to happen is we already know then there is buy orders. If I am long all this way up, I know my exit order can be nicely sat here in that pool of liquidity without me having to do. I already know the guy's waiting. So it's like I have a shop, a coffee shop. I open at 8 in the morning, and I already know my customers are going to come in at that time. So I'm already prepared for the sales for the day. It's a very similar story right now. What we're going through in the market is the sales orders are here. Your customers are waiting. You're ready to kind of say, here you go, sir. Take my product. Thank you very much. Thanks for your custom. Goodbye. So what usually happens when we reach these levels is you'll find they're just natural orders for people, natural areas for people to unload their orders. It's very logical, it's very rational, and it's something you should potentially look at when looking for logical areas of exits. Now, touching on that, people are going to ask, well, where's price going to go right now? So what you'll usually find with these areas, these pools of liquidity as they're known, is they're usually, nice areas to basically sell into. You'll see a lot of volatility around here. So what we could potentially be looking for as the next move up is a reaching into this area between the 61 and 78% fib levels. People are going to ask why. If you want to know, you can learn that. It's too much of a headache to go into now. But one of the reasons I like this area is there's a lot of stops that sat here. There's then also confluence with these daily bearish order blocks as well. I bet if we go on a weekly chart, it will be a weekly order block. Yeah, there we go, straight away. Let's mark that out. Why is it not red? There we go, son. Oh. Okay, there we go. Right, so potentially next areas of interest we're looking at. One of the stops at 10,580, I think it was 10,540, into this, potentially 10,977 level. We can call that 11,000. That lines up nicely with the 61.8 fib, and also then gives a target for people to reach into in terms of, people who have jumped onto this move a little bit later. Hearing a lot of stories on Twitter about people regretting selling early. You should never really regretting selling early. You bank the profit, you can walk away, take your wife away somewhere, buy something nice for the kids, come back in a couple of weeks' time. On the downside, if people are going to be looking for an entry around here, seems to be a nice order block put in. You want to see for confirmation before you get entry on this, as always. So quickly mark this out, give you a quick trade example while we're here. So bullish order block, you always want to look at the open, the high. High is 10,199, which is 10,200. Open is 10,168. You can call that 10,150. Got a $50 range to play with. Zoom down onto a 4 hour. There we go. There's our 10,168 level. We can put that 10,200 as well. And if you're then looking for an entry on the 1 hour, you can see potentially previous resistance turned into support. Might potentially run these levels again, you never know. Early entrants put their stops in, maybe just market maker wants to take that liquidity one more time before pushing it up. Surprising we didn't take those stops today, this morning in the London Open, so what's that, 7 o'clock? Yeah, I guess a bit early, people just getting into work, etc. So yeah, definitely something to look out for today. What day are we of the week? Wednesday, traditionally one of the hardest working days of the week. People say, what do you mean by that? Kind of focusing on your own life and remember what it was like in your working job. Monday you come into work, pretty much half the morning spent about talking about what your weekend was, how shit your job is, how you can't be asked, how much work you've got to do that week. People really start working by Monday afternoon because they feel guilty. Tuesday morning they come in, they realise that they didn't do nothing on the Monday, so they're going to work hard now. Work then piles on. Wednesday, Thursday, they work as hard as they can. By Friday afternoon, they're then talking about what they're going to do on the weekend and how they're going to spend the money that they made. So really, your working days of the week are from like a Tuesday to a Thursday. So if we're going to see any movement this week, it's probably where we're going to see it. So yeah, that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. Things are still looking good. We talked about the halving last week, so I'll give you guys a kind of a premise on how to be thinking over the next couple of months. Halving isn't until May. You potentially, that means we've got like a two-month season from now until April, something like that. Really just kind of do your work now, guys. Stop pissing around on Twitter. Stop chatting shit. Stop, swinging dicks about who's made the most money. All you really want to do is bank some money now before the halving. Stack some coins. Forget stacking sats. I mean, who the hell's going to retire off Satoshis? Come on, guys. So be a little bit ambitious, eat well, and yeah, kind of that's Bitcoin for the time being. So moving on to the coins requested by you guys. This is the last time I'm going to do this on a Wednesday. I'm going to move over on sort of Sunday. Next couple of shows. And I think we're also going to flip up the format as well. So thanks to everyone who kind of chose their coin. First one I'm going to pull up is Gulden coin. Anyone who knows this, it's Dutch coin, launched in 2014. Pretty much an OG coin, as your favorite OG out there in the industry. So let's zoom in and see what's going on. Now it's hard for me to look at this USD before looking at it in BTC because that's always the value I've gone off. So let's have a quick look at that first, and I can build a premise of where we're at. Oh wow. Okay, okay, right, let's pull up this USD. Let's see what's going down. Okay, so I mean, as you can see, this is like every other coin, kind of, which is what around. Oh, my battery's cutting out a minute. Just give me a second, guys. Just gonna go and get the charger. One moment. Okay, sorry about that. Always living life on the edge here. Letting my laptop run down. Right, there we go. That is better. Right, okay, so where were we? So any coin that was around from, previous long-term kind of cycles, 2014, 15, 16 onwards, very much seeing the same thing. Boom, 2017 had a heavy run up, but then you obviously had your crazy run end of 2017, early 2018. Now pretty much come back to levels that I've seen before its big run up. So we can say early spring or late winter 2017, February kind of levels, and yeah, this coin actually looks really good. So without looking at any of the fundamentals, just looking at the technicals here, we ran the lows from kind of 2017. Anyone who's still around probably got washed out. Kind of had a nice run up from the beginning of the year, so this is probably not correlated in the same way a lot of other altcoins are with it. They're running the last couple of weeks, and yeah, price has kind of run up from its lows of 0.00589, so let's call it 0.006, and run to a high of 2 cents. Wow, so what's that? Nearly a 3.5x. Not bad at all in the current climate. Especially considering the fact that Bitcoin is rising as well. Price then kind of hit some sort of resistance at previous support levels here at 2 cents. Now seems to kind of reach back into these previous resistance, turning this into support, hopefully. So yeah, all in all, Gulden looks nice. You can see with the increase in volume here as well. Now volume is decreasing a little bit, but it is still a lot steadier than what it was over this period here. In fact, let me give you a really good example, guys. If you want to buy an altcoin, if you want to be the guy who buys at the bottom, this is what you have to do. You have to buy in these market conditions when it's very, very, very difficult. So very, very minimal volume. Price is consistently going down, and then find some sort of consolidation, breaks up, goes back to that previous level. And this is, pretty much the time you want to be getting involved. If you're a risk taker, you can be doing it all the way down here on set levels. If you're a bit more kind of like conservative, you can wait for the breakout. And if you're the true OG, these are what you want to look for. These strong consolidation patterns. It's always easy to look back with hindsight and see that they're strong, but you get to see them again and again over time with coins. So if you're looking at coins that haven't had their breakout and have got this is perfect, But coming back to Gulden, yeah, things are looking very good. Nice kind of increase in volume here compared to previous months. I mean, it's been its highest volume for pretty much nigh on a year. And yeah, all in all, things are looking good. I mean, it's going to take something for it to recover to its all-time high of, just under 50 cents. But this is not a coin for that. In terms of returns right now, you can see it's a whole big range here waiting to probably be filled in. This 5 cents level looks good as well, just taking out all these previous highs, reaching up and potentially hitting previous support as the next resistance. So yeah, Gulden coin looking nice. Thanks for recommendation, brings back some memories. Moving on, next coin we're going to have a look at is RADS, or Radium. So let's pull that up. Ooh, okay. Right, guys, so we talked about this just now, and this is a good example of one of those charts. So talked about consolidation periods, reaching lows, then kind of, turning around. Market structure here is nice as well. So yeah, RADS is looking nice. Again, we zoom this chart out, high of $20+. Geez. Price is kind of again broken down. Had broken down. Wow, it's hard zooming out on this. Had broken down to previous levels not seen since 2016. And now kind of obviously the market is turning. Now volume here is very, very sparse. It's not as nice as what the golden coin was. And yeah, you can really see the difference in the two. But price usually moves on low volume, or price coins get accumulated on low volume, move on higher volume. So sometimes the big move, the volume's not really seen until the big moves. You'll probably just have a small bunch of small sparse volume in any accumulation period. So that's radium, looking decent. I mean, areas of interest to the upside would kind of be looking at testing all these previous highs. It looks like an area of potential next resistance. So $1, maybe $1 to $1.20, something like that. So yeah, I mean, an entry at 50 cents here to $1 would give you 2x. Entry at 60 still to 120 would give you, not 2x. It would give you a double. So yeah, radium looking good as well. Moving on to the next coin, so that's NCKS. I believe this is the token coin for. Sorry, the name of the exchange just evades me at the moment. All right, why is that not coming up? Okay, no symbols match my criteria. Right, unfortunately, but the person who chose this token, I'm not able to chart it just because I mean this platform, Charts CoinTrader Pro, pretty much has every altcoin out there, so if I can't find it on there, it's going to be impossible for me to chart it based on maybe just one exchange or something like that. So final coin then, quickly just wrapping this up. Last coin we're going to look at is Ocean Protocol, kindly chosen by my friend. Sorry I missed it last week. I'm going to have a look at the quick USD, and yeah, I mean, again, this is kind of looking nice. I don't know if we've talked about this before, doesn't ring a bell, but just quickly looking at this, you can see price has broken all-time previous highs within the last couple of weeks. Definitely looking good here. There'd be a school of thought that say don't buy something at the all-time high. And there's another school of thought, I can buy it at its all-time high when there's price discovery to go and sell it higher. With crypto, having that latter thought, that second statement, the latter statement's thought of mind is not always kind of the worst idea. Price discovery in crypto is one of the most amazing things that you can experience when you're in a coin and it's pumping. Because, sometimes these things move before beyond your wildest dreams. So, there is potential for profit in moves like this. What I suggest is, if it does break its all-time high, look for a retrace back to previous levels of resistance. See if you can get an entry there. So, broke it, came back down, broke it again, came back down. So, don't always have to FOMO into these things. But all in all, Ocean Protocol technicals looking nice here. Price discovery in full effect. Be interesting to see. Maybe come back to this in a couple of weeks and see how it has gone. So yeah, kind of thank you very much for everyone who's been watching these videos. We broke 100 subscribers a couple of days ago, which is very, very nice. Really makes me happy inside for all the support that you guys are showing us. And yeah, just kind of taking this forward. We'll probably be moving on to a Sunday show. We'll be doing all the coins that we have listed on our platform for review. But also, as always, we want to take any coin suggestions from you guys. So if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. If you guys are watching this and you're not subscribed, please hit that like and subscribe button. It's the best way you can support us here at Proof of Review and saying that you like the show. And yeah, if if you're new to this channel, you can check out our website, proofreview.com. Got lots on there, project reviews, got a really nice exchange comparison list to show you the fees, KYC, etc., bonuses, referrals, all of that. And yeah, started putting together some user guides as well for you guys to start helping you out in this upcoming potential alt season. So that being said, call it a day for today. Thanks everyone for watching, and yeah, we'll see you soon.